So, as a part of last, we discussed about what is network, what is networking, what is internetwork, what is internetworking. And also we discussed type of networks based on a geographical range or a size, LAN, CAN, MAN, WAN, local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. So it's simple, like a LAN is a private network, WAN is a public network. It is a global network. WAN is a global network, LAN is a local network. CAN and WAN, it is only the size is different. That is not any another matter. It is okay. PAN is a personal, only as a single person. So what are the things you are getting connected to the devices? Like, we have a bags also there, smart bags also there, smart laptops, smart watches, kind of stuff, home area network, all these kind of stuff. Whatever it is, okay. So intranet, internet. What is intranet? Local network. So we don't require any internet. I have a server in my LAN. So I'm accessing my server through my LAN connection. So that is called a intranet. For example, I'm accessing google.com. Google.com is not located in my location. Google.com is not located in my home, right? So it is somewhere located, somewhere in the global it is located. So I have to access through internet. I have to access through internet. Okay. I want to access google.com. I need internet. I want to access my local server. I don't require internet. It's just a intranet. Okay. Intranet means local. Internet is a global. And the default gateway. Guys, as I said, when you are communicating from one PC to another PC in the LAN, we don't require routers, we don't require modems or internet connection. Simply we are connecting to a switch, so we are able to communicating through this switch only. Okay, but when you are communicating outside of the network, like you want to access google.com or you want to access facebook.com, okay, so you have to go through this routers, modems, your internet service providers, and finally we reach our destination, right? But when you are going to communicate outside of your network, so you are communicating to outside of your network, you are communicating outside of your network, you have to go through this default gateway. You have to go through the default gateway. Very simple understanding. For simple understanding, see it is, these are all want to communicate each other. If you want to make a communication from here to here, or a here to here, or here to here, or maybe here to here, we don't require passes outside of this router. But when you want to open a google.com, facebook.com, you have to send through this one. Okay, so that is compulsory. We need a router, right? So that's very simple to understand. I will tell. I will try. Yeah, this is also there. Yeah, here it is also an example. But before going to that, I will tell one example. That's what I'm trying. Guys, this is a room, just a room, and you guys are sitting here. Okay, you sit in a one room. Okay, like in your classroom, you're sitting in a room. Now, if this person want to communicate to this person, is it required to go outside of this room? I have a door also there, there is a gate or a door, something like this.
No, sir. No.
We don't require, right? So we don't need to open the door and not talking, right? Anyway, the teacher is not there, automatically we'll talk each other. For example, this person want to communicate to this one. So we don't require any gateways. Similarly, if you want to communicate from here to here, we don't require this router. Just we are communicating through our switch only. But when you are want to communicate from here to here, both are different networks. So how to communicate? Go through the router. First you have to go to this. You have to go outside of your network. Then we can able to communicate, right? The first step is you should go outside of your network. To go outside, for example, your friend is waiting outside of the room. Your friend or someone is waiting outside of your room. Then what you have to do? You go outside to talk, right? Okay, so you want to go out and communicate, like you want to go for water or maybe you want to go for washroom, right? So in your that facility is not there, or maybe you want to talk to someone outside of the room. So what you will do? You'll go out through this way only. You cannot go like this. Why? Because it is wall is there. Okay. So no. So don't go with the wall kind of stuff. Simple it is. If you want to go out and communicate with others other than your room people, you need a gate. You have to open the door. You have to open the gate. Very good. Very good. The same way it is when you are trying to communicate from your LAN communication. LAN to means your from your PC to outside of your network. You have to go through this default gateway. In generally, the default gateway, the router act like a default gateway. The router is act like a default gateway. Of course, that why we should separate it. Generally, your routers are your default gateways. But why we should tell specifically router act like a default gateway? There is a default gateway devices also there earlier. Now it is also there. Okay, so we have to divide it. The point. So because of not only router, your certain servers, the bridge server kind of stuff, or a VPN kind of servers kind of stuff also act like a default gateways. So I'm telling in generally a router is act like a default gateway. When we are required to communicate outside of the network or send a packets through okay, we send a packets through default gateway. Default gateway IP address, it means it is your router IP address towards your LAN interface is your default gateway IP address. Okay, so IP address of your router, this side, there's a router, two sides are there, LAN side, WAN side. LAN side, this the interface is connected to your LAN. This interface IP address is your default gateway IP address. This side, this interface, this side, LAN side interface IP address is your default gateway IP address. Okay. So of course, router two parts, LAN part and WAN part. In generally, our internet routers, LAN part, WAN part. So LAN part. So this LAN is connected to one interface to that one. So that is your default gateway. LAN part default gateway is that one. Okay. So what is a default gateway? So default gateway means when you are communicating outside of your network, we are communicating through default gateway. You are communicating through default gateway. Router act like a default gateway. Router is act like a default gateway. Okay. So default gateway IP address is router IP address. Okay. So your router's IP address is your default gateway IP address. But when you check, like if you know how to check the router interface, you log into router interface and you are checking there. You can see LAN side and WAN side configuration. LAN side configuration is your configuration. Okay, like that we will get. Of course, when you are checking an IP address, so you will get to know what is your default gateway anyway. IP config will tell you default gateway. Okay. So anyway, it is there I told, but this is also one of the important question, guys. what is default gateway. Okay, I hope you got it. Next one is, we first of all discuss about NIC and the cables and remaining things also. Small things we'll complete first and we'll see. Okay. The first one is NIC, Network Interface Card. In our olden days, first of all, I will tell, in our olden days, you have a computer and you are using for in your home and no network, nothing. So you don't require any kind of this NICs. Okay. So you have a office or maybe in your home, you are having a computers. Then you want to connect these computers in the network. You want to connect these computers in the network. Okay. You want to connect these computers in the network. We need a NIC. So in those times, we will connect a NIC directly on it. So like we'll get a LAN card on motherboard. So you can see earlier days people connect these type of cards on motherboard PCI slots. The white bars you can see, that is called a PCI slots. They insert these cards directly on the motherboard. So on the back side of these cards, you will be able to get connect with the cable. Okay, connect with the cable. So these are the NIC cards, LAN cards, Ethernet cards. So later on days, these cards are enhanced into, means integrated into your motherboards directly. Inside a motherboards, you are getting this kind of stuff. For your laptop also, mostly still we are having a laptops. Mostly in the laptops directly, you are getting this Rj45 connection. So this is the chipset for your LAN connection chipset. Okay, so Realtek chipset it is. Okay, this is the LAN connection directly on motherboard. So you don't need to install LAN cards here. If you want additionally, you can install it. If you want additionally, you can install it, but okay, generally not required. Okay, so now it is, we are having the LAN ports here. On laptop also we are having RJ45 connections. I'll show you RJ45 connection. So on laptop directly, you can able to see this LAN ports or Ethernet ports. This is a wide connection purpose. As before, you are saying, see, it is USB, and for example, your laptop does not have LAN ports, then what you do? You want to connect with the wire. So only they, in a certain networks, compulsory you have to connect with the wire only. There is no Wi-Fi network. If Wi-Fi network is there also, they don't give you. Okay, in some companies, some organization follow certain kind of rules. Okay, you know, I know one organization that is I went there. They don't give you a pen drive, like a no pen drive allowed. Okay, even you cannot connect your a pen drive to your laptop also. Sometimes, you know, pen drive it is very dangerous. Network you can connect it. CD-ROM is okay. Okay, so that kind of organizations also there. So I went there for almost like a 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so some laptops nowadays, the laptops, sleek laptops are came, right? So we don't get a more the RJ45 connection, but you want to get connected. So you need a converter. This is what you need. You need a converter like this to connect your LAN cable. Okay, no Wi-Fi, only USB. That's no chances. Then we can try it. Okay, these are all your LAN cable connection. So that's what I'm trying to say. So this is called this port. We call it as a RJ45 port. What is this port? We call it as RJ45. RJ45. Okay, RJ45 port. LAN port. LAN port. RJ45 port or RJ45 socket. RJ45 socket or LAN port. Okay, Ethernet port. Ethernet port like that. Okay. So here it is, the point we'll try. That is enough. Um, okay. So either you insert a card in a net regular system, or you are having a onboard port directly. Whatever it is, you can able to connect the device to the network. Connect the devices to the network. So as I said, it is LAN cards, Ethernet cards. First of all, it is a Ethernet card type. These are Ethernet, and then another one is fast Ethernet and gigabit Ethernet. Okay, so what happened? Okay, so Ravi Singh is unable to join because his Wi-Fi is not working. Okay, okay. So these LAN cards or Ethernet cards are Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet. So earlier we have Ethernets, that is a 10 Mbps data transmission speed. Next one is fast Ethernet. It is 100 Mbps fast Ethernet data transmission. And next one is gigabit Ethernet. It is around 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps internet data transmission speed. So guys, it is a small b, okay, not capital B, small b, capital B, both are different. Okay, so Ethernet, fast Ethernet, and gigabit Ethernet. Ethernet 10 Mbps, fast Ethernet 100 Mbps, gigabit Ethernet 1000 Mbps or a 1 Gbps, gigabit Ethernet. Okay, so here it is, that is a Ethernet part. Okay, then what is this NIC? NIC is an interface between computer and a network, or a laptop and network, or a mobile phone and network, or a, or a tablet and network. So whatever it is, guys, the definition of NIC is network interface card. You have a device, either it's a computer or a server or any device. You want to connect it to your network. You want to make a connection to your network. So that is, so what, through what we can able to connect it using NIC. So olden days we are having a these LAN cards enhanced on a motherboard, LAN cards, wired networking. That's why till the notes shows like a NIC is LAN card, Ethernet card. But nowadays we are having a Wi-Fi Ethernets, right? We have a Wi-Fi, okay, no wire, Wi-Fi adapter is there in your laptop. That is also NIC. And as you see, like a USB Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi adapters, USB Wi-Fi adapter. This is also NIC. Okay, this is a Wi-Fi USB. This is a BT plus Wi-Fi. Okay, this is a Wi-Fi adapter. This is a Wi-Fi adapter. What is this use of this Wi-Fi adapter? So we can connect. For example, one more example I'll tell. Nowadays Wi-Fi is giving a two type of signals. 5 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz signals. Both we are getting. Okay, two type of frequencies. 2.5 will give you less data bandwidth speed. 5 gigahertz. If you are connected to your Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz, you'll get more data to it. I have a old laptop. So my laptop is a very older one. That time my Wi-Fi adapter does not know about a 5 gigahertz. So when I searching for a 5 gigahertz connection, so it is not connecting like that. Okay. So it is not connecting to 5 gigahertz. So what I have to do it? So I purchase a one adapter which can give both type of connection. Okay, which can works both frequencies. Then I will connect it. I will use it. So what is this? This is also NIC. Of course, it is a Wi-Fi adapter, but it is NIC, network interface card. I can use this device to connect to the network. In my laptop, I have a built-in NIC. That is my Wi-Fi adapter is there. I can use this USB kind of stuff. This is also NIC. So what it is? NIC. In your mobile phone, you are connected to your Wi-Fi. How you are connected? In mobile phone, inside there is a Wi-Fi chip and antenna is there. In your mobile phone, there is a Wi-Fi related chip and an antenna is also there. Using that, we are able to connect your Wi-Fi router. Okay. Same goes for your tablet. Laptop, same thing. Internally, there is a Wi-Fi adapter is there. Internally, it is. We can't see directly outside. That is also your NIC. What is NIC, guys? Network interface card, which connects your device. In the olden days, we are using computer, but we have to use now to your device to network. So how to connect it? Through NIC only. So NIC is the interface between your device and the network. Okay. So we have a NIC. So this type of NICs we are all call it as a LAN cards or Ethernet cards. It's a wide connections. It's in the Ethernet cards we have a Ethernet, fast Ethernet, and gigabit Ethernet. Okay. So another hand part is second part is, guys, any NIC, either it is Ethernet type or wireless type of Ethernet. So wireless type of NIC or wide NIC, whatever it is having a MAC address. Every NIC has a MAC address. The MAC address is a physical address or a hardware address which we cannot change. It is 48 bit in number. This MAC address is assigned by manufacturer of NIC. For example, I purchase a D-Link. I have a D-Link adapter. So D-Link company gave a MAC address on it. Okay, D-Link company put a MAC address on it. My laptop, the NIC is given NIC. The manufacturer is Qualcomm. So the Qualcomm company gave me a MAC address on my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay. So what is a MAC address? Media access control. It is called as a physical address, hardware address. It is 48 bit in number, represented in 12 hexa. Okay, 12 hexadecimal numbers. Okay, 12 numbers are there. 12 hexadecimal numbers are there. See, it is look like this one. Small things about your MAC address, guys. The MAC address is given by manufacturer of NIC. Who manufactured that NIC? Is a D-Link or a TP-Link or maybe Qualcomm or Realtek or Microsoft or Intel. It depends upon the manufacturer of that NIC. That manufacturer gave this MAC address on it. It is a permanent address. We cannot change the MAC address. We can change the IP address, okay, but we cannot change the MAC address. Okay, so we cannot communicate with the MAC address also. Like you want to ping to the some PC, you can't use the MAC. You are ping with the IP address only. All communications by IP address only. like you want to communicate, or you want to communicate with the server, or you want to communicate with the device. You are sending a request, everything by IP address only, not with the MAC address. We use MAC address is used in the communication, but not we are not using MAC address to communicate. That's a little different. Okay. Yeah. So important. Okay. Max up to your LAN network only. That too we are using. So when you are communicating, MAC address is there inside. When you are communicating from one device to another device, MAC address is there. But we are communicating with IP address. There is a MAC address in that packet. MAC address is also there. Source MAC address, destination MAC address is also there. But we are communicating with the IP address only. And that to that MAC address valid up to your LAN network only, not even a WAN network. There some people will do misconception. If someone knows your MAC address, if someone knows your MAC address, they will hack you. In generally in internet, through internet, it is impossible. If you know my MAC address directly, only with MAC address you cannot attack. Okay, with using my MAC address you cannot attack me. Okay, so MAC address used for both attack and for security also in a different ways. Like in a MAC spoofing, duplicating MAC address in the LAN, in the private network or in LAN network, you can do MAC spoofing for both security and attack purpose. Both MAC binding is possible. We use MAC binding technique in a Wi-Fi network for security. Means if you are connected to Wi-Fi router, the Wi-Fi router first it will understand your username, password, and Wi-Fi means your device MAC address. So when you are sending a request, like how to connect a Wi-Fi, okay. So I have to select, or I have to enter the Wi-Fi name, right? So I have to select a name and click connect. It will ask user password and give the password. So request go to Wi-Fi router. The Wi-Fi router check your username the password is correct or not. Once it is correct, and when you are sending a request for a connection, so it is also see your MAC address. You're sending for with the MAC address only. So right, it will see your MAC address, and okay, so it is allowed. Then it will give you connection, Wi-Fi connection. It is not allowed, no connection. Like that. So MAC binding is what are the trusted devices I enter in my Wi-Fi router. In my Wi-Fi router, I enter the trusted devices MAC addresses. If other than mentioned in the Wi-Fi router, if any device is try to connect other than mentioned in the router connection, it will be rejected. Okay, MAC works in LAN connection, MAC spoofing possible, MAC binding is possible that we use in Wi-Fi networks or Wi-Fi router. We are using for security purpose. We cannot communicate with the MAC address, all communications by IP address. MAC address is also called as hardware or physical address. Remember that one. Okay, how to check the MAC address, guys? Same way how to check IP address, like you go to ncpa.cpl or go to control panel, network and sharing center, and change adapter settings. There you will find adapters. Double click details. There you will find your physical address, that is your MAC address, and also you can find IP address and other things also. And you can use a command line, so that is get MAC. Command is get MAC. Get MAC is a command to know what is your MAC address. I have a multiple adapters, so then it is showing multiple MAC addresses. Okay, but if you have a single adapter or one or two adapters, you will know what is your MAC address. It is not showing any name. It is showing transport name. Okay, only original device, system recognized device name only. Only two devices are disconnected. That's it. Another one is best way to know the MAC address from command prompt is ipconfig all. ipconfig all. So there you can find your MAC address. And of course, you can find your IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP address, DNS address also. ipconfig all. In all, you can find your adapter description, your physical address, and your IP address kind of stuff. Guys, can you see this IP address?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you see this IP address?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference? Yes. How it is we can able to show. Now we can try. To become a smaller. This is become a larger. This is 192.168.1.29. This is
So last two numbers are different.
different. Very good.
59 and 118.
Okay. So same adapter, same PC, same adapter. It is showing here some IP address. Now I'm checking the IP address that is different. What is the difference is, so when I'm putting this one, that time I connected to different network. I'm in my hometown, so I connected to my another different router. So that gave me this kind of IP address to connect. Okay, so this is my DHCP server. It means that there is a different router. From there, the DHCP server, I got this IP address. When I came to here in this location, I am getting this IP address from this router. But if you observe, yeah, of course, physical address is different. Physical address is different because of I changed my physical address. Okay, personally, I changed my physical address. Okay, this is also something somewhat I will change. I changed it, so I didn't remember what I changed, but I removed from here. Okay, physical address I changed it in here. I edited it from here. Okay, I edited it from here. Okay, the point is the IP address don't so physical address is always same, but I changed wantedly. I changed it. Okay, to not why we which is a publicly we are putting everything, so that's why better not to see show you. Okay, that point is that one. Yeah, different routers, maybe different IP addresses. So IP address.
So that IPv4 address is always fixed one or what, sir?
This IP, this is the IP address. It is may change.
Uh,
May
like
change depends
when we
upon.
buy,
You tell me.
sir, when we buy any system, new system, that like that system come with fixed IP address, no?
No, no. Very good question. Very good question. Good question. It is. But this is okay. I will tell very simple, guys. You purchase a mobile, or you purchase a tablet, or a laptop, or a desktop. Any system or any type of device it is. When you purchase it, it does not contain any IP address inside. But the device having an NIC, either it is a wired type of NIC or wireless NIC, built-in wireless NIC, it contains a MAC address but no IP address. Okay, now how you are getting an IP address to communicate in the internet. How you are getting an IP address to communicate in the internet. Okay, so you have your Wi-Fi router. For example, you purchase a laptop, and now you open a laptop, like, so you purchase a new laptop, and you open the Wi-Fi connection. You search for your Wi-Fi name, and you give, click on connect, will give password. Then what happen, you get a request to your Wi-Fi router is connected. Once connection is established in a Wi-Fi router, DHCP will give you IP address. You got IP address from here. Okay, same goes for mobile phone. You have a mobile. Okay, inside there is no IP address. So you have a Wi-Fi, you open a Wi-Fi setting, and you search for Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi name is showing, like for example, I'm putting my Wi-Fi name is L, okay, LW, so something like that. I put a L1 is my Wi-Fi name, or maybe something like, yeah, uh, Vedic, or Vedic soft name, okay, 70s or something. Name I put it Vedic 123. This is my Wi-Fi name. You open mobile phone, you open Wi-Fi settings, then what it will shows, Vedic 123. Okay, that is our Wi-Fi name. Then you have to give the password. The password you have to enter. Give the password. Then connection will be established. So your Wi-Fi router will verify, and it is okay. Then connection is established. Your Wi-Fi router will give you IP address through its DHCP. We are not using separate DHCP. Okay. You may get a doubt, sir. I am not connected to Wi-Fi, and I am getting internet. How? You are not connected to Wi-Fi. You have a mobile, but you are not connected to Wi-Fi. You are getting internet. How possible? Of course,
Through
you have a,
LAN connector.
through 4G data connection.
LAN connector.
No. Mobile connection, like through SIM. Yeah, you have a SIM card. Yes. SIM in your mobile phone. Okay. You have a SIM card in your. I'm talking in a mobile phone only. Okay, not desktop. Okay. So if you are not connected to Wi-Fi, so then you won't get IP address. But no IP address, no internet. But how you are connecting here in this scenario? So you have a SIM card. SIM card is 4G. You are connected to 4G network, right? 4G voice and data connection. So you establish the connection with the nearest station tower. Okay. It is not look like a tower. It maybe it is look like some biscuit or something like that. No problem. Okay. So this is your 4G. You establish the connection. Like you turn on the data, right? You turn on the data. So 4G is activated, and it established the connection. Now you will get an IP address. Okay. Now you will get a IP address from here.
Sir,
Then we are
I have
getting
a doubt, sir.
internet. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, if router will change, the IP address will change.
You change the router, maybe IP address can be changed. It depends upon your router and network. That's the point. Okay.
Okay, sir.
As you said, LAN connection. LAN connection, I have a desktop or a laptop. I connect with the wire. So through wire I am getting internet. That is your answer also correct. But I said mobile device, right? So mobile device direct wire connection is not there. Okay. So you have a desktop or a laptop. So I don't want to connect it here through your Wi-Fi kind of stuff. No Wi-Fi connecting. So I will connect with the wire. Through wire I am getting IP address. Okay. So IP address can be changeable. For example, I have a mobile. I connected to this Wi-Fi, I will get some IP address. If I connected, like I went to some other place, okay. So today my IP address is this one, and tomorrow I am going to office. Then I will get a different IP address according to their network. Okay. In my home also, maybe I will get it tomorrow different IP. It depends upon my router also and connectivity. Okay. So this IP address can be changed automatically based on your when you are changing the network. That's a simple thing. So very good question that is when you are purchasing. Lot of people think, even I got this question from some people also. So when you purchase a laptop, already IP address is there. Why should we worry? Because we never configure IP address, we never check the IP address, so we don't know whether IP address is already there. Okay, so when you purchase your laptop or a desktop or mobile phone or a tablet or any network connecting devices does not have any built-in IP address. We have a built-in NIC is
That
there.
means that when we are first connected to any Wi-Fi, then only that IP address is like one IP address is created.
Yes, very
It will
good.
be created automatically, or we have to assign or
No,
create
no,
it.
no, no, no. So generally, most of the time we use automatic type. Means
Okay.
when you are connected to your first time your Wi-Fi, automatically your Wi-Fi router will give you an IP address because Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server, so it will give you an IP address. It's a only simple point. There is a lot of points are there, but in a simple to understand, it does not contain any IP address. When you are establish a connection with your Wi-Fi router, you will get an IP address from your Wi-Fi router. Okay. So
Okay.
manually
So every time
assigning
we are
also
connecting
there.
to every time we are connecting to new networks, IP address will vary.
Yes. Now, for example, you are in a home, you are connected to your own Wi-Fi. For
Okay.
example, this is the laptop. Now I am getting this IP address. Power down. Like last time, power is also down. Okay. Power down. My Wi-Fi router is down. Disconnected. Now I open my mobile phone. I do my mobile phone hotspot. I'm sharing internet from mobile phone to my laptop. In that case, I will get some other IP address from my mobile phone. From my mobile phone.
Okay.
Okay. So I will
So
get
there is
different IP
no
then.
fixed IP address.
Yeah, tell me.
So there is no fixed IP address. Every time it
Yes.
will vary according to the
Yeah.
connection.
There is not required to be fixed the IP address. It can be varies depends upon the network you are connected. Okay. That
Okay,
is a
sir. If
DHCP
we will
enable
connect,
S.
if we will, sir, if we will connect again to the same like connection, first one, then IP address will be same or it will change again. Like
Okay. So if you have a two routers, two different sources, okay, routers, not routers, hotspots, whatsoever it is, different routers, different networks, kind of stuff. You have a mobile. This is your home. This is your office. Okay, just for understanding. Okay, our friend's home. So we can put a division for our understanding. First, you establish a connection with this router. This one, this connection one. Okay, so you got some IP address according to this router. Now, so you went to somewhere and you're connected to different network. Now this IP address configured here is gone and we got a new IP address. We got a another IP address according to this router. According to this router. Sometimes both are look like same, sometimes different. Because already I told depends upon the router configuration or a DHCP part of router configuration is different. Again, you disconnected this one, you connected back, you came back, and you again you try to connect it again. You may get a same IP as earlier or may not as the earlier. It purely depends upon your router again, because if your router save your MAC address and your device name and your IP address is listed, okay, it will maintain the list. Okay, in a DHCP server, in the DHCP server, what it will do? So whenever it is given a IP address to the devices, either it is a desktop or laptop or anything. Okay, whenever it is given an IP address to the devices, what it will do? It maintain the list. Device name, MAC address of device, and IP address. When it will be expiry, there is expiry date is also there. Expiry date. It maintain the list. Okay. So you are connected before this entry will be removed from the list. This entry will be removed once expiry time is completed. The entry will be removed. Before this, before you this before this entry is removed from the list, you are connected back. Means you may get a same IP. There is a lot of chance you will get a same IP. But if this is removed, you may not get a same IP. May not get. Depends upon next availability IP address. Okay. It is so many things. Where are we actually? Yeah. How to check IP address? What is how to check MAC address? How to check IP address? And IP address can be changeable according to your network changes. You change the network, IP address will be changed. Okay. Depends upon your router or your DHCP server, your network depends upon your network and your DHCP server, your IP address will be changed. Next, another question you guys asked, that is why it is not fixed. It is not fixed by because of we put it in a automatic mode. So whenever it is you are connected to your network, you are getting an IP address according to that network. Okay. If you want to fix the IP address, always same IP address, you can assign manually. You can assign manually. Manually means we assign ourselves. Okay. Anyway, this is the part is about a MAC address and NIC, guys. Once again, what is an NIC? Network interface card. Network interface card. And there is a wide connection like this. NIC cards are used. Sorry, NIC cards are used to connect your device to network. Each NIC card having a MAC address on it, which is given by manufacturer of NIC. This MAC address also called as physical address and hardware address. It's a 48 bit. In a MAC address is a 48 bit. It represented in 12 hexadecimal. Examples like how it is look like. It is they're given an example 12 hexadecimal number. Okay. Next, you know, till now. So now also we are still using for a normal PCs, laptops, okay, server kind of stuff. We are using a Ethernets as an NICs for a wire connections. NICs can be wired or wireless. It depends upon your device and the way of you are connecting. But this NIC is a wired type of connections. So Ethernet ports, this type of connection we got is a LAN cards, Ethernet cards. Different type of Ethernets are there: Ethernet, fast Ethernet, and gigabit Ethernet. Ethernet is a 10 Mbps, fast Ethernet is 100 Mbps, gigabit Ethernet is 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps. Okay, and the port we are connecting wire, that is called a Rj45 port number. Rj45 port number. Whatever it is, whether it is a Ethernet or any other NIC type, it contains a MAC address on it. It is a physical address, hardware address, 48-bit in number, 12 hexadecimal. So why I'm telling multiple times, guys, once you read, once you listen, yourself also repeat like that. So then you will remember. Anytime, any place. Okay? If you got the question, then immediately you can able to tell an answer. That is the preparation. Not like like a Viva Vice is there, na? In a college days we do Viva Vice. So we put a dosas in front of lecturer kind of stuff. So don't we don't that is not a preparation. Okay, we prepare, read. So any time in interview or not an interview or any person like suddenly someone from our 70s asking you a question like what is a MAC address, you have to tell MAC address, yeah, media access control. It is also called as physical address or a hardware address. It is 48-bit in number. It's represented in 12 hexadecimal. There is a 12 hexadecimals in the MAC address, which is given by manufacturer of that NIC. We cannot change the MAC address. We can change IP address. IP address is changed according to the network also, but we cannot change the MAC address. MAC address is always stable. There is something like a MAC spoofing, MAC binding is concepts are there, but we cannot communicate with the MAC address. We cannot change the MAC address. All communications by IP address. How to check the MAC address? So go to control panel and network and sharing center, and there you can go to change adapter settings, or you can directly go to run or search ncpa.cpl. You can open the network connections. There you see your adapter, right click, status or double click. There you can find details. So you will find your physical address, that is your MAC address. And also you can see IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP, DNS addresses also. In a command wise, you can also get a MAC address using get MAC command, and also you can use ipconfig space / all. Only ipconfig, you cannot get a MAC address. You will get only IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Using ipconfig space / all, you will get a host name, physical address, means your MAC address, and your NIC description. Okay, so you are getting IP address from DHCP or not, means DHCP enable yes or no, and your IP address, subnet mask, lease obtain, lease expiry, default gateway, DHCP server, and DNS server addresses. When you are connecting your device to a network, so in that network, if you have a DHCP server or router as a DHCP server, that will give you an IP address. By default, in a device, we don't have any IP address. Either it is a laptop or a desktop or a mobile phone or a tablet or any device, network connecting device does not have built-in IP address. But they have a MAC address, that is permanent address. IP address won't be there. IP address we can assign manually, means personally we can assign an IP address, or by connecting in the network, by connecting to the network. So in the network, either you have a DHCP server or router as a DHCP server. Okay, so we'll get a IP address from it. When you change the network, IP address can be changeable. When you change the network, IP address can be changeable. Next, you disconnect from your network and you reconnected to your network again. For example, I went to office, I connected their network, I got an IP address, and evening I disconnected, and next day I will go and connect it again. Today I connected morning, evening I disconnected. Tomorrow I went there, again I connected. I may not get same IP address. I may get same, I may not get same. It purely depends upon how their DHCP server is configured. Guys, I'm saying router kind of stuff. Router in the sense the DHCP part of router. Now our routers are working as a DHCP server or default gateway, DNS server, and your modem and your Wi-Fi access point, like a lot of duties it is doing. Okay, I'm telling only in a DHCP part of our router. In your home, we don't have any separate DHCP servers. Separate servers are not there. So router act like a DHCP server. Act like a DNS server. Router act like a default gateway. Okay. Still so many other options also there. We'll see. Okay. So when you are connecting with a wire connection, so in generally RJ45 having a LED status to indicate the connection status. So you can see link and activity status. So this is the PAN card and this is their RJ45 connection status. So if it is showing the activity LED as a dark, it means link is down. If it is showing a link LED as a dark, it is a just Ethernet mode 110 Mbps. Link is green 100 Mbps, link is amber, it is 1000 Mbps. And activity is dark, it is down, means no connectivity. It is showing blinking yellow, means it is connectivity is there and active. Study yellow means it cause link is there but inactive. This is not for you guys. I thought if anybody does not know about a bit byte kind of stuff, this is for them. Okay, whether you know, I don't
Sir,
know
the
whether
previous slide, can you just go back on that and
this one,
explain it once again? Above one, yeah, this one.
this one. Yeah, I will show you that one. You can see this is LEDs are there. If any live also you can see this is two lights. If you connect a wire, yeah, here it is, you can see wire is connected. So wire is connected, one is blinking, one is not blinking, and earlier that is both are blinking, both are LEDs are there. Okay, here it is, you can see clearly brightly like this. So that indicates two things. One is link status, link is there or not. One side we are connected, good, but other side of the cable not connected. Maybe other side of cable device is not connected, down, or there is a cable problem, the LED won't blink properly. Okay, so based on that we can get it, the activity LED and speed LED kind of stuff, or a link LED. Okay, activity LED no blink, not blinking means not a connected. Okay, that kind of stuff. So different colors showing it is, you can find it. Okay, understand. So you can find
Yes.
any description from it, like activity is blinking, good, it is stable, steady yellow, activity is steady yellow, it means connected but inactive stage, something problem. So we can understand by that indication, so we can start troubleshooting. Is a cable related issues, or a cable end related, like a other device related issues, or our device related issues. You disable your adapter, so automatically no activity. Okay, kind of stuff. Link indicates speed, speed LED, link means it's a speed. Okay, so here I can say this is, what is this orange color, yellow, no. Still, it is a little confusion always. Reverse. Green, yellow, green. It is a 10 Mbps connection. Okay. 10 Mbps type of connection. Okay. Yeah. So many LED status. Yeah. This is fiber optical. Even there is also LED indication. Yeah. Okay, guys. So for that, this is up to here. Next one is about the cables. Next one is about the cables. Um, but first of all, what we discussed that is important.